All right, are you going to advance the slides for me? Oh, there we go. Thank you. Well, it's awesome to be here. I couldn't be happier to be with you here today. The co-author, Nathan Furr, who is the brains behind Nail It and Scale It, and we wrote the book a few years ago. When he came up with this idea, I just thought it was genius. And so we've been thinking about how to take this to the next level, the business model competition. I've been tracking the progress of the entrepreneurs. We've invested into entrepreneurs that have come out of the program, and we have this crazy idea that we want to share with you today called Technium. And this was a result of several people coming together talking about this huge problem that we see. Those are not my slides, so I don't know what happened. Could you turn my slides up? Oh, I know what happened. It was the earlier version. Sorry about that. Okay. So if we can put the other ones on. So one of the big challenges that we've seen out there in technology commercialization and in entrepreneurship, all these products sitting on the shelves is a representation of all of the hundreds of thousands of patents that go unlicensed in the United States. Tens or hundreds of billions of dollars are invested each year into research universities, into national labs. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the United States has about 12 national labs. Los Alamos National Labs, where they invented the atomic bomb, up in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Sandia National Labs in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Idaho National Labs. Lawrence Livermore Labs in Northern California. These national labs get over $25 billion a year of annual R&D investment. Amazing technologies, world-changing stuff sitting inside of these labs. Less than 98% of less than 2% of the licensable technology in these labs ever see the light of day. Universities have similar challenges. 70, 80% of university intellectual property plus goes unlicensed. And as we thought of this opportunity, the problem that they've had has been a technology push model. The scientists build it not knowing if anybody ever wants to license this or not. I could care less, actually. So I physically moved to New Mexico a few years ago, probably exactly 10 years ago, 2003, with my family to try to figure out how could I commercialize technologies out of the $5 billion of R&D that happens each year in New Mexico. And as we studied this problem, Brian Cummings and myself and Nathan Furr and others came up with this idea. Could we flip the technology commercialization model, and rather than do technology push, could we do market pull? That's where you come in, market pull. Did I do something wrong? There we go. So, Technium. Technium is a partnership with the Department of Energy and the labs. Sandia, Los Alamos, Y12, corporations, universities like BYU, University of Utah, Utah State, Ohio, the Tec de Monterrey, Mexico, and many, many, many others. We're adding universities every single week. And what we've done is we've partnered with them to put their technology into a database. Not that big a deal. Then we've negotiated a standard license on top of the database. So as an entrepreneur, you go to the university, you want to license the technology, and it could be a multi-month or sometimes multi-year process to finish that licensing. We've pre-negotiated the license with the universities and established a standard Technium license on top of the intellectual property. Now you can go in as a student, you can search and browse. As you identify problems in the marketplace, you go back and see what technologies there are to help solve these problems, so market pull. You run these ideas through a business model validation process, and you reserve the technology as you're doing that. So you get to reserve this intellectual property, and other people can reserve it also. But here's the kicker. If you win, you get the license to the technology, and you get cash to go start your company. So for a Technium technology, we give a premium. So as you think of the winners over the past years, 2012 winner Zoom Park, 2013 winner Owlet, 2014 could be you. And if you license a Technium technology, you get a $10,000 cash bonus plus if it's a technology that comes out of, say, Lawrence Livermore Labs, they give you $50,000 in lab credits on top of that. Plus, you get the awards that are coming from the business model competition. And they're about 100,000. About 100,000. They'll give you the details in a second. So you could have up to $150,000, $60,000, $70,000 if you win. Now, why would you pick a technology that comes out of university or lab? Here's some of the stats. On the failure rate, it has a 35% versus a 90% failure rate for technology coming out of a national lab or university. You have a 3 times, according to statistics, a three times greater chance of going public. Let's give you a quick demo. So you can go to technium.com, and you can learn about the products and the technologies by clicking Start Browsing Technologies. It'll take you to a search box, and you'll type in, say, technology or fluid technology. It shows you which universities or labs there was a hit on, and you can check these boxes on and off, and so it can help you navigate and search the various technologies. Would you hit a technology you like? This is one out of Lawrence Livermore. It's a acoustic system for communication of pipelines. I picked this one. The pipeline management business for maintenance of pipelines is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And this is a technology that uses the fluid in the pipes as a communication mechanism to tell you what's going on in the pipe. So very cool idea. It's available for license. And you can then you can click on reserve the technology or just follow the technology. And follow, every time there's a change or an edit to the technology, you get notified. If you reserve it, you can park it as part of and agree to the terms and conditions. And now that becomes part of your team. You register with you and your team members. And you can just register by yourself to get started. And over time, if you identify who the team members are, or you can just follow it for now. You don't have to reserve it early. You can have 100 people reserving the same technology. Only the winner gets to license that technology. And the first, the second, the third place teams all get access to the Technium technology and guaranteed license plus the prizes. So here's your team member, and you can start now managing the communications with the lab scientists and the researchers, and we've created a mechanism for you to communicate with the researchers and scientists. Now, this in itself is a startup. So we have a startup on top of a startup. But you guys are the guinea pigs, and we have this hypothesis that we could disrupt technology commercialization. And this is the perfect venue and the model to do this. So thank you to Scott Peterson and to the team at the Entrepreneurship School who had the vision to say, let's go try this out, and it's worth trying. So we would love your feedback on this. It's going to get better every week. The beta is up there right now. And we just added all the technologies from the University of California. So you have the spectrum. Los Alamos Labs has 5 technologies up there, and they're great technologies. University of California has 3,600 technologies in there. And there'll be thousands of technologies you can search and browse and reserve. They will all be under a license. The licenses for the technologies will be included with the technology, but you'll need to read them because the different universities may have different tweaks to their licenses. And so you need to understand that in context of what you guys are going to do. So go ahead, brainstorm your ideas, come up with your ideas, reserve your technologies, run them through the process, and win. I hope you guys can capture the vision of this. You don't have to use a Technium technology. You can take any idea through the business model competition contest. But this is kind of an additional bonus. Many people have come to me and said, well, I've got this idea, but it's not really well formed. This might help you generate new ideas, search on ideas, and nobody else. This is a pilot that's available only to the International Business Model Competition. That's it. Nobody else has access to this. Nobody else can go through and run through this process. You have to be part at the International Business Model Competition, which means you have to be a student in a participating university to participate in this pilot. The Department of Energy is looking at this with great interest and very interested in how this works. If we pull this off successfully, this could be a model for how we disrupt and change tech commercialization around the world. So get out of the building, get out there, get at it. Thanks.